So now as we get closer to the middle, so these two hives are honey, and let's see, this one is going to also be honey. It's very heavy. This one's even heavier. So look at all that honey.
Do you see it, Ava?
Oh, wow.
You see that? That's all honey. And if you look on this side towards the top, that's all honey. And let me see if I see any special honeybees. I don't. These are all worker bees.
Wow. Good.
These are all worker bees. I don't see any males. Don't see any drones on this frame. So I'm going to set this back in here. And I try and be really gentle when I set them back. Don't want to disturb or uncap any of the honey. Keep these frames close together.
And then there's frames in the lower box too.
There's frames in it. Now that's where a lot of the babies are. Let's see if we can see any babies. Now this one has some babies.
Oh my goodness.
Do you see in the middle where it's capped? Those are babies.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And there's some more here. Some of it's capped, some of it's not. And you see that's where the baby bees are.
A lot of honey.
And there is some honey towards the top. You'll see the honey on the top. So I'm gonna set this back here. Gently put that back. Okay. And the rest of the frames are gonna look very similar. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this frame back. But do you see how they're really not defensive? They're just, they're doing a flight right now. They're doing some flights just to kind of get their orientation since I moved one of the frames.
Yeah, just stay still.
And so I'm gonna move this back gently. And the key is...
Where's the queen?
The queen?
Yeah.
He hasn't found her yet.
The queen's probably gonna be, she's gonna be down here. And I'm not gonna open that one up. I do have a photo of her, or a video of her, from when I did it on Sunday. And you can see both queens from both boxes. All right, so now I'm gonna set this back.
Say hi, Ava.
Hi.
What do you think about all that, Ava? Pretty neat?
Yeah.
I'm gonna push these frames close together, and then I'm gonna put the traps back in. All right, now I'm gonna put, these are the hive beetle traps. I didn't see too many hive beetles in here.
What if bees fall in them?
The bees can't get in there, so they make these traps to where they're just...
Do they know, or do they smell the thing that they don't like?
So what they do is the apple cider vinegar, they can smell it, but they won't go to it. Yeah, because they can't get to it, just the way that these little slots are real small, and they're just small enough for the hive beetles to fall in there. Yeah. So I'm gonna put these back in here. These fit right around the frame.
Do they know where to go? Do they know where to go?
Who's that?
Like, do the bees know where to go when?
So what they do is they come into, you see this entrance? It's how they get inside.
Yeah.
And you see these bees fighting?
Yeah.
So that's a robber bee. That's a bee that doesn't belong in the
Oh,
hive.
really? Interesting.
So you see it chasing it
wow.
and wrestling it.
Yeah.
They will fight and move it off because that bee doesn't belong here.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So those are called robber bees, and what they do is they rob the hive of honey. So they'll come in here and they'll try and steal all the honey, or as much honey as they can. It's like free food for them. So
Stay over here. I don't know.
I'm gonna put this one back together. All right. So that's the yellow hive.
Oh no.
And what I found out and learned just recently is that I've come out here at nighttime and I'll see them around this entrance, and usually they go inside the hive, but the bees are so smart, they regulate the temperature inside the hive. They make sure it's always 92 degrees, between 92 and 94 degrees. And what they do is, if it's too warm, they'll sit out here to make sure there's more ventilation coming in, and it stays at 92, and it doesn't go above that 92, 94 at the top. Because that's the conditions for the babies to be born and to live. So now we're going to take a look at the orange hive. So I'm going to take this one off.